Road to GH will reveal how Felicia, after the mysterious death of Dex, couldn't stay out of the investigation. The unusual details surrounding the case prompted her to begin an investigation, not only for justice, but also to silently avenge her young friend. Initially, the case seemed like a simple death caused by digitalis poisoning, but Felicia quickly realized that it was part of a much more complex plan by Cyrus. Each of her steps brought light into the darkness, exposing the true motive of the killer. As she began her investigation, Felicia noticed the strange similarities between Dex's death and Sam McCall's. Both occurred under mysterious circumstances, with similar symptoms and the same poison found in their bodies. What confused her the most was that Dex, just like Sam, had seemed fine just minutes before suddenly collapsing. From Liz's account, who was directly involved in treating Dex, Felicia learned that Elizabeth's strange feeling was not just a coincidence. Something very wrong was happening, and it all pointed to one person, Cyrus. During her investigation, Felicia uncovered a chilling and shocking detail. Cyrus always carried the poison with him, hidden inside the bell he used to draw attention during charitable events. This was no ordinary bell. Inside it, Cyrus had cleverly concealed a small compartment containing the digitalis poison. The bell not only signaled danger to the victim, but also served as a sign that he was about to act. The more Felicia studied the cases, the more she realized that Cyrus always carried this bell to places where murders occurred. The night Dex Heller died, the bell rang near the scene. The night Sam collapsed in the hospital, Cyrus was also seen carrying the bell. The bell not only left a psychological mark, but also served as a tool that allowed him to easily access and conceal his deadly weapon. Felicia's suspicions about Cyrus were further strengthened when she realized he was always present at places related to the victims. By talking with Chase and reviewing reports from the Halloween night, she discovered that Dex had encountered Cyrus at the hospital that night. Furthermore, Felicia recalled an important yet small detail: the distinctive sound of the bell Cyrus often carried when soliciting donations. The sound of that bell had echoed not far from the scene of Dex's stabbing. This was no coincidence, it was a signal Cyrus left for his victims. After discovering Cyrus's cruel plot, Felicia was shocked to learn that the truth was even more terrifying than she imagined. During the investigation, she uncovered that Cyrus's plan wasn't just about killing individuals. He was also scheming to launch a major attack, targeting the entire Quartermaine family during Christmas. He wanted to turn the holiday gathering of Port Charles's most powerful family into a horrific tragedy, erasing those he deemed obstacles to his path to power. Felicia recognized the first sign when she noticed Cyrus lurking around the Quartermaine estate at night. Through security cameras that she and the PCPD secretly installed, Felicia observed his shadow frequently appearing in the area, especially near the living room and kitchen windows, where the Quartermaine family often gathered. Cyrus had carefully studied the family's schedule, knowing they would hold their traditional Christmas party with all members present the night before the holiday. Based on the clues gathered, Felicia discovered that Cyrus had planned to attack by using the familiar digitalis poison, but this time on a much larger scale. He intended to secretly poison the food and drinks at the Quartermaine family's party. Cyrus had calculated everything meticulously, knowing that using small but continuous doses would keep the symptoms undetected until it was too late. Felicia acted quickly. She reported her findings to the PCPD and coordinated with them to devise a plan to arrest Cyrus before he could carry out his plot. Before Christmas Eve, Felicia secretly approached the Quartermaine estate and worked with Monica Quartermaine and other family members to increase security. All food and drinks for the party were thoroughly checked under the supervision of forensic experts to ensure no poison was used. The deeper Felicia delved into the case, the more she realized Cyrus had a new target, Michael. With his position and influence, Michael was one of the strongest opponents to Cyrus's return to Port Charles. Through indirect evidence, Felicia discovered that Cyrus had left a deadly sign near Michael, signaling that he was the next target on his list. The situation became even more urgent when Felicia learned that Cyrus had changed his approach. He was no longer using 4 lines in the hospital, but could also poison through food and drink, an even more subtle and harder to detect method. Without hesitation, Felicia immediately warned the PCPD about this new plot. She and Michael coordinated to expose Cyrus. Michael pretended to be poisoned after drinking a cup of coffee at the hospital. He was taken to a special treatment room where doctors, nurses, and the PCPD secretly monitored everything. With her extensive experience, Felicia personally directed the plan, ensuring no detail was overlooked. The plan went as expected. Cyrus, believing Michael had fallen into the trap, sneaked into his room to finish him off. However, he didn't expect that his every move had been recorded. As he approached Michael, Felicia and the police rushed in and arrested him on the spot. The shock and anger on Cyrus's face as he was handcuffed was clear proof that Felicia's plan had succeeded. After being arrested, Cyrus initially refused to say anything, but under the pressure of the evidence and skilled questioning, he eventually confessed. He revealed that Digitalis was the perfect weapon to eliminate enemies he couldn't confront directly. He also admitted that the bell was not just a symbol of charity, but also a warning, a way for him to assert his power and dominance over those he targeted. Felicia's fight didn't stop at bringing Cyrus to light. She saved Michael from a near-death experience and prevented a series of horrific murders in Port Charles. But this victory also raised many questions. Did Cyrus have any allies in the shadows? Had he left behind other plots yet to be uncovered? Felicia knew the battle wasn't over, but she also knew that with courage and determination, she would not stop until justice was served for all the victims. Port Charles was once again protected, but the undercurrents had not truly disappeared.